everybody. How are we doing on this glorious, lovely December morning? Right, everybody, I would like to share another foodie video with you today. So we have more pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? I have never met a singular person who doesn't love pizza. I challenge, it's an actual challenge. Find somebody that doesn't like it. Pizza is absolutely marvelous. It's fantastic. Now, for the viewers in the US, you guys have many, many different types of pizza, I am told, and I believe. So just to name a few, I know I've had, Detroit style pizza. Oh my gosh, I think that might actually be my favorite. But, I'm open to persuasion. Try all of the different types of pizza. I think I've tried Chicago style pizza. New York, what would a New York style pizza be like? Aside from that, I don't really think I can name any other types of pizza. Like a thin base, I don't know what the name of that style of pizza is, but I'm not judgmental. There's no pizza, no style of pizza that I wouldn't eat, absolutely. So yes, we're talking pizza today. Now this video comes as a request from David through Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your support. And David, you say, Boomy, you wondered, I again bring you the answer, sort of. I know you said you enjoy the videos from Weird History Food. I do, I am loving them. So here is their video on every pizza style we could find in the United States. Oh, how many did they find? How many? It's coming from the UK, it's kind of like, I know it's the wrong mentality to have, but for a lot of us, pizza means one thing. Pizza is pizza, and the pizza that's advertised or marketed to us, it's always the same kind of pizza. Yes, you can get your slightly thicker crusts or your stuffed crusts, but yes, we need to be educated, guys, don't we? We need our minds open to all these weird and wonderful styles of pizza. Bring them across the pond, please. So, David, you say, there are just so many. I thought I would just let the video give the answer, and in that way that only the folks from Weird History Food can have fun. Oh my gosh, there's a warning. David says, warning. Watching this video may cause one to experience hunger and cravings for pizza. Oh, I don't think I'm ever not having craving for pizza. I could eat pizza literally any time of the day. However, these make it a little bit more difficult. No one told me this before I got my metal braces. That it's going to make eating foods like pizzas and burgers a little bit difficult. I know, woe is me. But yes, I have to cut them off into tiny bite-sized pieces. Anyway, guys, I've done so much chitter-chattering. You know what I'm like. Here we go. Let's watch the video. And as ever, if you're enjoying these reactions, my lovelies, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you would, that would be amazing. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. The link is over here. And should you wish to support this channel any further, I have a Patreon account if you fancy checking that out. No obligation, but it is in the description below. And thank you very much.
As the saying goes, pizza is like sex. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. What's not to love about a chewy crust, zesty sauce?
That was a naughty comment. Oh, that did tickle me.
Gooey cheese,
Bad
and a
pizza is so
mind-boggling array of potential toppings. The beauty of pizza is that it can be made in an infinite number of ways.
Yes.
Today on Weird History Food, we're looking at most every style of pizza made in the United States. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, leave a comment and let us know what other food-related topics you would like to hear about. Okay, time to deliver all kinds of delicious pizza pies in 20 minutes or less, guaranteed.
Now, this is an expression I've heard before, and I've got to ask, guys, what's a pizza pie? Is it just a pizza? Why is it called a pie? Or is it a type of pizza? Is it like a really deep dish? Like, I can imagine a Detroit-style pizza being referred to as a pizza pie because it's really thick and, what defines a pie, actually? I don't know. New York style.
New York and pizza go together like the birds and the bees, and bagels and cream cheese. Not surprising then that the Big Apple has its own brand of pie. Tracing back to the recipes that immigrants from Naples brought with them across the Atlantic, New York-style pizza has evolved into its own thing. It's cheesier than its Neapolitan ancestor, and a bit bigger. The wide triangular slices, which any true New Yorker would fold lengthwise to eat, are cut from a thin crust pie about 18 inches in diameter, the perfect size for a pizza wrap.
18 inches? Is that like the normal size of your normal Domino's large pizza, isn't it really? So yeah, that's big. Looks massive! A grandma pie.
Overshadowed by its thin crust cousin, Grandma Style is New York's best kept pizza secret. Named for all the nonnas who express their amore in the kitchen, Grandma Pie has roots in the old country. Like Sicilian pizza, Grandma Pies boast a thick crust and are baked in rectangles. But unlike its Sicilian ancestor, the Grandma Style dough is proofed for a shorter time, producing a heartier base. Toppings are often simple, just cheese, fresh tomato sauce, maybe some herbs, and that's it.
Well, what more do you need? I am a little bit of a pizza topping purist, so all I need is mozzarella, a nice fresh, thinner tomato sauce, and basil. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong, I like a meat feast pizza. I enjoy a Hawaiian. Anything goes, but I think that might actually be my favorite. A margarita.
No pineapple on this pie. Despite its roots in Sicily, Nonna's invention is relatively recent. Long Island pizza makers began producing grandma pies in the 1960s or 70s, although the pizza only started appearing on menus within the last 2 decades.
Tavern style?
Say Chicago-style pizza, and many people imagine deep dish. But most residents of the Windy City will correct the record.
What's the difference? Come on, spit it out.
Deep dish is for tourists. Real Chicagoans eat tavern-style pizza, a thin and crispy crust pie cut into squares. The small, uniform slices make for a very social pie. They're easily held by hand, ideal for parties and events. And for eating at the bar while watching the Bears have another losing season.
That's the Chicago way.
Right, okay, so eat it the Chicago way. Okay, so it's just really the way that it's cut up. Yeah, no. And it's a thin base pizza. Okay. Buffalo style.
Most people associate Buffalo, New York with its namesake hot wings. But the city has another culinary curiosity, Buffalo-style pizza. As Arthur Bovino described it in the Daily Beast, the dough has the lightness of focaccia. There's always lots of cheese. And while the sauce does happen to be slightly sweet, that ends up being a nice contrast to the spicy oil pooled in the copious charred, meaty pepperoni. That sounds delectable and messy.
Now, I have heard this saying. This was actually my husband that made me aware of this. Good pepperoni cups turns into like a bit of a upside down UFO type thing, but it cups upwards. Is that right? So if your pepperoni does not do this, I believe, or maybe I'm wrong, tell me guys, I always thought that meant that it's not as high a quality as it could be. You want that nice cuppage on the pepperoni, which makes those little delicious fat, greasy pools inside them. What's not to love?
Delectable messiness. Buffalo pizza also lacks the typical crusty rim. The sauce, cheese, and pepperoni extend to the edge of the pie, so bring extra napkins.
I like the sound of that.
New York City may be the self-proclaimed capital of pizza in the U.S., but its neighbor up the eastern seaboard has its own loyal base of pie hounds. In New Haven, Connecticut, locals and Yale University students alike line up for the celebrated Beats, a New Haven original. As pizza historian Liz Barrett described it, one of the hallmarks of a Beats is its birth in a coal oven. But that's not the only thing that defines a New Haven-style pizza. Some of the characteristics that many New Haven-style pies seem to have in common are what locals call a flat, not thin, and tender crust, which is a result of the proofing process, and the use of all-purpose flour, sauce that is never pre-cooked, the use of pecorino romano cheese instead of mozzarella, and the use of breadcrumbs beneath the dough during baking instead of cornmeal.
Oh, now I'm actually thinking we have a little pizza oven. I say little, it's still, yay big. It makes pretty darn tasty pizzas. And I suppose the pizzas that we make are probably similar to that there. So it's the use of the flour. We don't pre-cook the tomato sauce. We just make it up from fresh. it's quite thinly rolled out. I mean, is it more similar to that style pizza, I suppose? So many pizzas. A white clam pie now.
The white clam pie originated at Frank Pepe Pizzeria Napoletana sometime in the 1950s. But now you can find examples in nearly every pizzeria in New Haven. According to Barrett, this bivalve studded pie is a direct descendant of a New Haven-style pizza. In its purest form, the white clam pie is topped with fresh shucked clams, olive oil, grated pecorino romano cheese, oregano, and garlic. Some use fresh clams, some can. Each preparation has its set of enthusiasts, depending on the severity of your hangover.
This is really interesting because at first I thought this was going to be, is it called a pizza blanco? With the white, almost like a bechamel type kind of sauce that goes on the top there. And I am a fan. I am a big fan of that pizza. I love the white sauce. And, but there's no sauce on it at all. So what happens do you get like the moisture coming out of the clams in the cooking process, and then it mixes in with garlic and whoa, and the parmesan, did they say? Or did they say it was parmesan? The pecorino? Oh my gosh, it just looks amazing. Yes, please. Yum, 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 yum. Detroit
Pizza
style.
lovers in Detroit rev their engines for the distinctive Detroit-style pizza. A twist on the classic grandma pie, it's baked at a higher temperature than Nona's pizza, and is cut into rectangles, like the pizza we used to get at school. It also differs from other pizzas in its cheese.
Yes.
A true Detroit-style pizza uses Wisconsin brick cheese, not mozzarella. To trace the origins of Detroit-style pizza, look no further than Buddy's, which has operated as a restaurant since 1946. Although it started in Motor City, Detroit-style pizza has gained a national following. Restaurants serving it have sprung up in noted pizza towns like New York and Chicago.
Oh, that breezed over Detroit style pizza far too quickly. Oh, it's amazing. Doesn't it do the toppings the reverse way round, or so the tomato sauce goes over that brick cheese that's on the top? What is the brick cheese? I know I've had a Detroit style pizza in a chain pizza place over here in the UK. It's still fantastic. And yes, so I heard it was made with brick cheese, but I'm still not 100% sure what it is. What type of cheese is this? Because they use it in place of mozzarella. So it's still, it's got a good pull on it, and it oozes and melts. But yet you get that really classic, almost like burn up the sides of the slices, and it's just so unbelievably tasty. So now, moving on, we've got bar pizza. What's bar pizza?
Pizza is a popular snack option at bars nationwide.
Yes,
Nothing mops up alcohol like a slab of dough and cheese. But not every pie consumed in a bar is technically bar-style pizza. Proper bar style starts with a thin, crispy crust with a touch of pliability, and is generally personal size, around 10 to 12 inches. Although technically, any pizza is personal sized if you're not a coward. Instead of a generous, crusty rim, in this variation, the sauce and cheese extend nearly to the edge of the pie. So again, napkins are advised. Many regions claim to have created the bar pizza, but the style's true origins remain a mystery.
Okay. Do you see jumbo slice?
Sometimes a name says it all. That's true of Washington, D.C.'s signature pizza, the so-called jumbo slice. It's not a misnomer. A jumbo slice can range in length from roughly a foot to about 16 inches.
That was a weird sight. I expected to see a whole pizza in a box, but it's just, it's just a mega slice. Oh, wow. Oh, I want to see the size of the pizza that this was cut from.
The slices are so big that they are traditionally served in oversized containers for those nights when you just need to eat as much pizza as you can legally buy.
Yes.
Come on, we've all been there.
Pizza! Deep
You want to
dish.
fight about pizza? Bring up deep dish.
So I thought
Standing
this
and
was
imposing 2
Chicago
to 3 inches
style.
tall,
No?
deep dish is more reminiscent of a conventional dessert pie than almost any other pizza. Cheese, toppings, and tomato sauce are nestled within and atop a buttery crust.
Could you say this? Oh, no, I suppose it is a pie because it's got the type of the crust, but it kind of looks like a cheesecake, like a pizza cheesecake. Oh, voice is gone there. Pizza cheesecake.
And it's all baked longer than a typical pizza, usually close to an hour. Because it bakes for so long, the tomato sauce typically goes on top so the cheese and toppings don't burn.
Yes.
Deep dish pizza has a long history in Chicago. Pizzeria Uno, which Chicagoans Ike Sewell and Rick Ricardo opened in 1943, claims to be the originator. Over the decades, this thick pie has been ridiculed as much as it has been embraced. Proud New Yorker Jon Stewart ranted that Chicago deep dish was nothing more than a casserole. Even Chicagoans have voiced skepticism. Barack Obama observed, "No offense, Chicago, I love our pizza. New York's a little more practical. Chicago deep dish is basically, you have to sit down and eat it like lasagna." So basically the biggest complaint about deep dish pizza is you can't hork it down in 3 bites, which is admittedly a fair critique of pizza.
Are people complaining that they've got too much pizza? That complaint would not ever escape my mouth. So yes, I always thought the Chicago style pizza was deep dish, but they're 2 separate styles. Okay. Gosh, this list of the amounts of different pizzas just grows and grows. Need to try all of them.
St. Louis is known for its famous
St. Louis,
arch
St. Louis.
and gooey butter cake. It also has its own pizza. Like tavern style and many bar style pies, St. Louis pizza consists of a thin crust cut into squares. But here's where it differs. Baked at high temperatures, its crust is cracker thin. Plus, it features Provel cheese, a processed cheese that's become a favorite in the city. It kind of sounds like a family-sized bagel bite, which is to say, delicious.
I'm confused again. What is Provel cheese? I've never heard of this. What is it? Why was it created? Is it just like the ultimate pizza cheese? Let me know. A California pizza is next. Now, what is Californian pizza?
These days, people put unconventional toppings on pizza when they want to show off their creativity or go viral. But there was a time not long ago when putting things like chèvre, arugula, fried chicken, or artichoke hearts were considered ghastly. That's until the 1980s, when California cuisine, known for highlighting farm-fresh local ingredients, was born in restaurants like Chez Panisse and Spago. Restaurateurs like Alice Waters and Wolfgang Puck put wood-fired pizzas on their menus featuring fresh, local ingredients. Puck especially raised eyebrows with toppings like smoked salmon and caviar, or Sonoma lamb with braised greens and rosemary.
So is this style of pizza, is Californian pizza, is it all about whatever topping you want is going on top of that pizza? Is that the gist of it? Or is there something a bit more? Is it a thin, it looks like a thin base. Is it just, just whatever toppings you like? How could it be controversial to put these toppings on pizza? Is it the pizza purists are saying, no, that's not the way. You're going too far. It's too crazy. It's too innovative. Just stop.
Because there is
Pizza
nothing
madness.
different or unusual about California pizza's crust, shape, or cut. These days, we just call it pizza, with fancy toppings.
Oh, okay.
Old Forge, Pennsylvania may be a small town of roughly 8,000 people in the northeastern corner of the state, but it has its own distinct style of pizza. The original Old Forge pizza was cooked up in the 1920s at a local tavern owned by the Guigiarelli family. The pie is baked on a tray to produce a thick crust with a crispy exterior and soft interior. A red pizza uses a sweet, chunky tomato sauce, while a white pizza features cheese and toppings inside. You mean the whole pizza is a stuffed crust? Oh yeah, they've got to figure it out in Old Forge. So much so that many of the town's pizzerias make pizza the same way.
Wow! A Cuban pizza.
Most people have heard of Cuban sandwiches and Cuban coffee, but Cuban-style pizza probably isn't as familiar.
Am I hallucinating here? Just what in the hell do you think you're doing?
Learning about Cuba, having some food.
It turns out this fresh take on the classic is as delicious as it is different. What makes it so unique? The addition of Gouda to its cheese blend, proving once again that adding more cheese is always a Gouda idea. This pizza style can be found in Miami, Florida, home of a robust Cuban-American community, where restaurants like Ray Pizza and Pa Comer have been serving up slices for years.
In my belly. Right, so it's just the addition of Gouda. Okay, like the narrator said there, that sounds like a Gouda idea. Do you like Gouda?
Youngstown, Ohio, located in the northeastern
Brier.
part of the Buckeye State, was a steel hotspot in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It flourished thanks to in part a workforce composed largely of immigrants, including Italians. The Italians who flocked to the city's Brier Hill neighborhood brought along their language, culture, and recipes. And since you've been watching the video for this long, You know recipes means pizza. The new residents drew upon pizza from Italy's Basilicata region to create Brier Hill-style pies in Youngstown. Not too thick and not too thin, the pizza has a crunchy crust and uses Romano cheese. But the secret is in its Sunday sauce, a tomato-based concoction that is both sweet and tangy. The Brier Hill-style pie became popular in the 1940s and continues to be served in some city restaurants. Y-Town is my town.
That sounds absolutely delicious. In a similar kind of way, I believe there was an influx of a lot of Italian immigrants into Wales, which and a lot of them tended to live around the coastal areas, and that's why Wales has so many ice cream places just dotted all around the coast. I thought that was a lovely reason why we have so many ice cream places, and they are gelaterias and oh gosh, just the best ice cream ever. So yeah, it's similar.
Staying in Northeast Ohio, about 40 miles west of Pittsburgh, is Steubenville, Ohio, home of Ohio Valley Pizza. What makes it so unique? When a pie goes into the oven, it is just the dough, tomato sauce, and a dusting of cheese. Then an extra layer of cold cheese and toppings is added after the bake, creating a tantalizing blend of hot and cold flavors. It sounds like a pizza a drunk person made by accident, but Ohio Valley pizzas have been a local favorite since 1945, when the DiCarlo family started a pizzeria in Steubenville and debuted their unique pie.
Oh, that looks so lovely.
One more for the
Dayton
Ohio.
style.
Believe it or not, Dayton, Ohio is home to its own style of pizza.
Okay.
Thin crust and square cut, Dayton-style pies have been served since the 1950s, when Vic Cassano opened the pizzeria that bears his last name. Other pizza makers who had connections to Cassano soon joined the game and opened their own joints. Ron Holp of Ron's Pizza is credited with starting Dayton's Pizza Wars. Marion Glass, another Cassano-connected pizza maker, upped the ante by adding a dining room to his restaurant, Marion's Pizza. Luckily, the best thing about a pizza war is that the customer never loses. It just means more pizza.
Yes. Oh, just before we move on, Ohio has a lot of different styles of pizza. Okay.
Greek pizza is a unique pie
Greek
served in
pizza.
restaurants opened by Greek immigrants in New England, particularly in Boston. It's been an alternative to quick service chains like Pizza Hut and includes a thick, chewy crust with plenty of sauce, cheese, and oregano.
And
Many people who
olives.
grew up eating this unique pie admit that while Greek pizza may not be the best style out there, it nonetheless hits the spot in a pinch.
Do you know, that looks like what we would refer to over here as like takeaway pizza or pizza that you'd find served in like kebab houses. General kind of takeaway. I don't know. The crust looks a little bit thicker, and for whatever reason, it looks like there's more oil on the bottom of the pizza. It gives it that kind of that extra kind of cooked crispiness. It is delicious. You've got to be in the mood for it. It's not the normal pizza that you'd be expecting if you order from the likes of Domino's. So it's kind of like its own kind of way of cooking it. Interesting.
Look,
Trenton tomato
we may be
pie.
talking about dozens of unique spins on a recipe, but we can all agree that the basic formula for a pizza is tomato sauce spread over dough with a sprinkling of cheese and toppings,
Yeah.
right? Not according to pizzerias in Trenton, New Jersey,
Oh.
home to the tomato pie, the city's own take on grabbing a slice. Instead of layering cheeses over tomato, the Trenton pie puts a chunky tomato sauce on top of the cheese, creating a tasty tomato-forward flavor. Trenton tomato pie may even be a bit more authentic than some of the Americanized offerings out there. If authenticity is important when you're putting a hurtin' on an 18-inch with extra cheese, the style has its roots in the pizza served at
Bacon
Joe's
eat.
Tomato Pies. The eatery was opened in 1910 by Joe Silvestro, an immigrant from Naples, the city that birthed pizza. One of Silvestro's employees opened his own restaurant, Papa's Tomato Pies, that still bakes tomato pies for customers in Trenton.
Colorado
In New York
mountain
City,
pie.
pizza lovers pay by the slice. In Colorado, they pay by the pound. Colorado-style pizza, also known as Colorado Mountain Pie, which is something food should never be called, originated at Bo Joe's Pizzeria in the 1970s in Idaho Springs, just west of Denver. This decadent spin on the classic food is a doughy delicacy. Although diners can add a number of toppings, what really counts is its crust. Chefs use honey, not sugar, to bake the pizza's signature thick, braided crust.
Oh my word. Oh, this just looks unbelievably decadent. not only have you got that extra crust that's plaited over and folded over, which looks beautiful, by the way, did they say that they pour honey over it? Just when you think pizza cannot peak and get any better. Oh my gosh, I have to try this. Quad City
The
style.
Quad Cities, 5 small cities clustered around the Mississippi River in Illinois and Iowa, may be overshadowed by nearby Chicago, but their pizza is worth trying. Quad City-style pizza boasts a spicy tomato sauce and sausage, and is cut into strips instead of square or triangular slices for maximum binging efficiency. Chefs also use malt syrup or molasses to create a sweeter, softer crust.
Oh my, we've got a similar thing here to the mountain pie, where they're using sweet things to kind of like elevate the crust. This sounds so tasty. Philly tomato pie.
Philadelphia is known for its cheesesteaks, but the city of brotherly love serves up another local offering, tomato pies. They're made of thick dough, a layer of chunky tomato, and a scant dusting of grated cheese. As Philadelphia Magazine described it, tomato pie, our city's cheeseless wonder, can be traced back to thick tomato-topped dough slices made in Sicily that traveled here with waves of Italian immigrants, some of whose bakeries still stand as icons of the craft. And although New Jersey has its own thin-crusted cheese on the bottom version, we like Philly-style tomato pie best, with lots of red gravy, thick and tender crust, and just a sprinkling of Parmesan on top. Philly tomato pie has built generations of loyal fans, who generally eat slices cold or at room temperature. Sometimes cold pizza is better pizza.
Better than.
Do you know, I think my husband would agree with that. Cold pizza the following day for breakfast. It's better than having it hot.
Hot pizza? That's insane.
You don't tell me what kind of pizza to like.
New England boasts many regional specialties, many of them seafood related, like lobster rolls and clam chowder.
Yeah.
And whatever mythological ocean serpent gave the Patriots their powers. But there is another regional food associated with New England.
What?
Beach
This?
pizza. It's a sheet tray pie topped with a sweet tomato sauce, a dusting of grated cheese, and a slice of provolone. You're most likely to find beach pizza in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. The location that's been slinging slices of beach pizza the longest is Tripoli Bakery, whose recipe dates back to 1944.
That looks different.
Rhode
Red
Island is home to
strips.
one of the most unique pizza varieties, red strips, which is lucky because Rhode Island isn't home to much else. Like the name suggests, red strips are rectangular pizza strips of baked dough and tomato sauce. That's right. Red strips are pizza without the cheese. Don't bother calling the police. They don't care.
Yeah, that's $122.50.
Not for me, kid. I don't live here.
The other unique attribute of red strips is they aren't served at pizzerias. Instead, Rhode Islanders find red strips at local bakeries.
Oh, different again. Altoona
Pizza
style.
comes in all shapes and sizes, but one of the most consistent features is mozzarella, right? Not according to the good people of Altoona, Pennsylvania, about 2 hours east of Pittsburgh. As the Pittsburgh City paper described it, Altoona style is composed of Sicilian-style dough and cut into squares. On top of the dough is a layer of sweet tomato sauce, then some deli-style salami, then a thick green bell pepper ring, and then topped with yellow cheese, like Velveeta
crazy.
for American. Sounds more like mozzarella.
I was just going to say that looks like what we would call American cheese or cheese slices just on the top there. Oh, that's it. Oh, it's not crazy. It's different. Oh. Well, to settle this debate, there's only one thing for it. We all just have to go out and try every single one of these different types of pizzas. I know it's a hard life, but you needs must. Oh my gosh, so many amazing styles of pizza. You guys are so lucky for our US viewers. Oh my gosh, I know it's a little bit of a distance to travel to, to one of the states that do these other styles of pizzas. But, oh gosh, we just don't have that many types of pizza here. We just don't. And it's quite mind-blowing. So yeah, normally we'd think pizza has to be mozzarella. But that's not the case. We've seen in quite a few different pizzas here. They've got lots of variations on the cheese. Well, David, you're not wrong. It's left me with some severe cravings for pizza. I'm going to have to go and find one of my more boring store-bought ones from the UK. So wish me luck, guys. Fancy pizza now. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. What's your favourite style of pizza? So with the few styles I've actually tried, mine is Detroit style pizza. But like I've said, you know, I'm very open to persuasion, but I need to try them. All right, my lovelies, take care of yourselves. Much love, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.